Hello, YouTube, and welcome back in. Sorry for the tease, as usual. I really want to unlock our harbors, so let's do that. We'll see where we go from there. Yeah, they'll go for a harbor first. I'm fine getting one more builder, I think. Hello, crossbow. You have fallen into my trap, I see. Fool of a took. There's now known as Hamilton Day. Anybody out there watching Hamilton right now? How many? So this should give us era score, right? Let's see where we're at next turn. We just triggered the end of this era, so we have enough time to hopefully grab some good stuff. Watching it tonight? Nice, Butler. Nice pose. It's so good. It's so infectious. Did we win? Please. I think we won. Okay, so now we're back in Congress. We have 205 Diplo favor. Russia right behind us with 187. Usually we can win this one by selecting melee. And then we can either make units more expensive or cheaper to purchase. Seems like two people, Victoria and Peter, like the more expensive route. So maybe more expensive on production. And commit that much. Commit 80 of our 205. I don't even think we need that much here. This is 90. This is only 60. I've heard of people winning Diplo victories around turn 150. So I know that you can have games, perhaps like the one we're in, where it's pretty awesome and they go fairly quickly. It's more expensive for buy, usually fine. Oh, yeah? I mean, I have two people saying they're interested in this right away. So you think for gold buy? Double gold buy? All right, let's try it. Reduce in production and then 5 to melee. So we only won 1 this time around instead of the 2. And then we win. We win. And we win. So Potato Palace looking good because we are at an odd number of diplomatic victory points. We'll wait for a turn for this to catch up. But that should put us up at 9. No, that's okay. You all good? Start getting our trade routes going. And does that give us era score or no? Perhaps not. So I might be founding my religion then? This era? Yes, peppermint. I know, right? We should circumnavigate. Curtain will be the last. Curtain's coming up, actually.
I cannot cannot imagine any condition which would cause a ship there.
Notice that you avoid Dark Ages even at times when loyalty doesn't seem to be an issue. Well, loyalty doesn't seem like it's an issue because we're in Golden Age, right? So like a lot of that is kind of rolling the dice. You are correct in that we shouldn't have loyalty issues. We don't have any huge beefy neighbors, save for maybe Russia down here. But I find that the Golden Age dedications can be useful, right? If we can get any extra culture or builders efficient, like there are good things that happen in Golden Ages and basically nothing that happens in Dark or regular. So I always try for the Golden, even if it's a small bonus, it's there, right? But why do you shoot for normal? Usually just in the pursuit of Golden. And then usually I want to hedge a little bit as far as the loyalty stuff goes. But maybe I shouldn't do that as much as I do. 13 era score for, yeah, I mean, maybe we stay in a Dark here, I suppose. I think that's a good question. But I'm like 13 turns, I guess then I get my thing. That seems fun, fast forward. Maybe we'll do that, we'll see. I think the Dark Age policies are usually not worth running. That's just my personal opinion, though. Yeah, maybe we're happy with the Dark Age, and I shouldn't circumnavigate / do this stuff. This thing's gonna shoot. It's interesting. It is interesting. Hobbitfoot with 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and welcome into the shop, everybody. Thank you so much, Hobbitfoot. Thank you for that generosity. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. What do? What do? And Hobbitfoot, thank you for the tier 3 and welcome back for 4 months.
Good to see you, Live TGM.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good to have you here. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for the tremendous support. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you for the tier 3. I appreciate you. Go to Dark Age, use the Inquisition card for a turn. Yeah, that's not bad. Dark leads to Heroic. Yeah, Heroic's not that good either.
Hobbitfoot hype.
BFD, indeed. Hobbitfoot hype. Thank you so much for the 100 bits as well, my friend. Appreciate you. This is fine. It'll be okay for now. All right, maybe we just don't circumnavigate. Maybe that's a thing that we don't want to do here. I'm clearing this. I don't care about the era score. I do not care whatsoever. I'm clearing that. That has to happen. Are we sure we don't want to try to shoot for a golden? Okay. More meteors. What's roughly the most era score we've made up in 10 turns? I'm sure we've done like 20 in 10. But that's a good question. I don't know. Seven appeal, 4 appeal. So the mine here actually does hurt Earth Goddess. So maybe I don't want that. We did not get era score for those things, but we do wind up with our 9. So we're almost halfway there. Yeah. Do you know whether AI tries to fulfill other leaders' agendas? I don't know. I have no idea. That's a good question. That's a very good question. There's a goody hut up there. Kind of funny. Just kidding. Just kidding there, Crossbow. Don't worry about it. You didn't see a thing. Toku in. I did a little bit in the back, Celeste. It looks so bad, just overall. It's real bad. It's like real bad. I couldn't stand it anymore. I like get these curls and they like just like flow out of my brain and I hate it. I hate it. It's always the old bowl cut. It was most of my youth. I have no wish to return to that. I made a promise to God that I never would. Never again, God said, and I said, okay. You're right, God. That was a bad idea. It was a bad thing that I did. Yeah. Really fashionable bowl. Yeah, yeah. Hard teching this, that's fine. That dream is dead. That dream is dead. So we're looking for Potato Palace. That'll be our one oddball, and then we need 10 more. 4 of which we can do with Statue of Liberty. Although we will want a good amount of chops for that. So maybe we do want to come settle this city and just like plan on chopping out statue here. It seems like a reasonable plan. I'm pretty happy just like faith buying a settler here. Going to get that. Thanks, Paisley. That's nice of you to say. It's weird being in my adulthood and still having blonde hair. It's fairly unique, I think. So I guess I like that. Trade routes. Give me markets. That seems good. We're planning Forbidden. We've got a lot of spots that Forbidden can go. I'm not too worried about Forbidden. So yeah, I guess we just don't found our religion this era. I'm gonna go look for barb camps with these guys. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna circumnavigate, even though that's why I bought these guys. We kind of wasted some There. Ooh, special session coming in. Hopefully it's another aid request. We're going to need 2 more of those to really win, I think. Actually, so with all that in mind, do we grab a soothsayer and go cause some disasters elsewhere? Holy iron. What could we do? Go and like trigger this volcano? I like that. This one too could work. Or the flood. Let's send out some soothsayers. Where does Settler go? I actually don't know. You have to be at war to trigger disasters in other civ's territory. So could I do this one? What ones could we do? I could try to flood or do this. So Coupe. Are there any others that you guys are seeing that I'm not? And cause any in Russia? Yeah. What was your question, Rady? Sorry about that. So I always wonder about your name. Does it mean a mechanic who fixes things or a mechanic as in the game function and or mechanic? Yes. I like it because it works on many levels. I actually was a technician, or you could argue that that's pretty similar to a mechanic. I actually was a professional technician for a while, so it works on that level. Game mechanics are a thing. Somebody who like breaks down the game mechanics could be looked into the mechanic of the game's mechanics. So you can see that it works on many different levels, and that makes me happy. So it gives us some creativity for branding and different things like that. So I have seen the same thing, Sackman. Yes, the AI is much better at sending out their envoys and doing things like that currently. And you can't spell the game mechanic without meme. That is absolutely true, Zanik. Yes, this is apocalypse mode. That is why we have soothsayers. But yeah, so I mean, I actually, weirdly enough, originally thought of that name before I ever was a technician. And so I just kind of thought it was a clever name and stuck with it. Made some Civ 5 videos, went and became a mechanic, and here we are. Frederick can... See, that we don't want. We don't want military emergencies. What kind of technician? I fixed commercial kitchen equipment. So I was on the hot side of things, so I could fix ovens, stoves, fryers, dishwashers. I also did a little bit with the HVACR side of it, but mostly I was a hot side technician. Finally, that is over. Food server tech for the win. I actually really loved that job. I loved the customers. I loved fixing stuff. It's really satisfying to be able to like fix things, at least for me. What I didn't like was the drama. There's a lot of drama. Pretty unique? Yeah, pretty unique. I can kind of do anything, which is awesome. Or I'll at least try anything. What's the best way to get you over here? Let's go there. Lived in Chicago, right? Did I work at Giordano's ever? They were one of our biggest customers. Fast forward. And I actually really liked Giordano's. They had very, very clean kitchens. But yeah, Giordano's was one of our biggest. Part of why I went to Indianapolis and started up a branch of the company there was that there was a Giordano's there. Good text to service equipment in the kitchen are much needed. Yeah, I know. They're not all techs are created equal. I'll tell you that much. Not to talk smack or anything, but you're doing your 21st year of food service repair, Sackman. I love that. Really? What side are you on? And what kind of market? I think what was really cool about being a food service tech is you could take that job. You could take your skills and get a job probably anywhere in the country. And it's kind of similar now as a streamer. Like I have a lot of flexibility with like, well, where do you really want to live? You know? And I think that's kind of cool. I think that's valuable. Thoughts on Lou Malnati's? I never serviced them. I like Giordano's Pizza slightly better than Lou Malnati's. That's probably the only opinion I have. Hot and cold in Ohio? Nice. Actually, one of my coworkers from Indianapolis, I think, is working in Ohio at the moment. So that's cool. That is cool. Do we want a Pingala now? Probably. Meh. Maybe not. I'll still hold it. 4 turns here. It's a pretty slow exploration, 128.
It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it.
Who doesn't like a Pingala every now and again? Indeed. Who doesn't? Interesting. Recently, I saw a podcast about Chicago restaurant inspectors doing corrupt things. There's probably a long and storied history of corruption in just about every industry in Chicago. We were most famous for having the mob operate out of us. Like you can go to restaurants that are like mob themed and whatnot. So that wouldn't surprise me even a little bit. Even a little bit. Yeah, the trades are awesome. I encourage people to go into the trades. Like I said, I really liked my job there. I really did. It was fun. How high in the mob did I get? I'm not at liberty to say. Can't talk about it. Sorry. We really don't want to circumnavigate anything, so we'll just chill. We'll go into a Dark Age. We'll see how this Dark Age loyalty situation winds up being. It shouldn't be too bad. The stream is tapped. Hey, Quint. How's it going? Oh, my God. Wait. Why? No. Why would you do this? Yeah, that one we don't care about so much. That should help loyalty issues. Oh, this is a weird game. It's a very odd game. Speaking of Chicago. So 2 turns on the era. We'll go into a dark here. I know. It's hard to grow your cities on these disaster settings, that's for sure. Alhambra. Last turn of the era. Let's re-up our friendships. Re-up our trades, if any. Kevlar. You come to me on this the day of my daughter's wedding. It's like a weird accent to give him. It's fine. What do we want here? So I need another district eventually. That'll be, well, frankly, whatever I want it to be. I could do an aqueduct thing with an industrial zone centralized. It's actually pretty decent. It's probably way too late in the game for us to get it. But if I build an aqueduct there, then this becomes a +3 industrial zone. Am I doing that? I don't think I'm doing that. I don't think I'm doing that. Do you get victory points for winning the Appease the Gods? No, you get another Soothsayer. Should be +4, so that'll be era score when it's done next era. I also do, Major Band Geek. I also do. Maybe from New York to there. Better road. But for Diplo win, don't you need an industrial zone production for the Wonders? I don't think so. I don't believe so, no. So into a Dark Age we go. Travis, thank you so much, and welcome into the shop. Thank you so much for that Prime sub. I appreciate it a lot. And welcome on in. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna move that guy manually, I think. All right, so where do we want our extra era score in our Dark Age? Could be building districts, monumentality. Actually, Exodus makes a lot of sense. We are most likely going to found our religion this era. The extra combat strength to Eastern Orthodoxy units is gone. And he's doing a pretty good job trying to win this way. So I think Exodus is fine. It's an instant, like, 8 era score by just founding our religion. So I think that'll be good. Oh, these folks need to grow. You get 2. Yes. Yeah, Blurg. We could go for Mausoleum. This is not a great Mausoleum city. Oh, it's 4 resources. We built worse. It doesn't really help us too much. Let's get the trade route first. It's advancement of the civs as far as like the tech trees and stuff go. That's a reasonable road-ish. Yeah, that'll be okay. You're welcome. Thanks for the question. By the iron tile with 3 science. Oh, that one? That seems smart. See what I did there? Because there was science on the tile? Bueller? Oh, well, okay, so I will explain. I'm sorry that you didn't get it. So the suggestion was to buy the iron tile that had 3 science on it. And usually people that understand science well are smart. And so I said that it seemed like a smart idea to buy the tile that had science on it. Eh? Do you get it now? Is it better now that I've explained it? It's a sign of a good joke when you have to explain it. I talked to a scientist. He wasn't that smart. Still don't get it. All right. Well, maybe when you're older. You'll get there. You'll get there someday. Am I building any more holy sites, or am I ready to just pop my religion? This stuff I don't like seeing. I don't like popping my religion with a bunch of apostles running around. Seems like a bad idea. And how about that airline food? Ugh, don't get me started, Blurg. What's the deal with airplane peanuts? By the way, I'm about 5 episodes into the Michael Jordan thing, The Last Dance. Pretty interesting. I have major issues with the structure of the show, like, as a whole. But the content is very interesting. Plot's about to remain thick. I hate how they're like constantly like they oscillate between showing you interesting parts of the story and then just showing you what was going on in 1997, which is just a clip show of them being awesome. And I'm just like, this is really disjointed and hard to follow. And if I didn't understand that and I were a new viewer to this, it would be even harder to follow. What show are we discussing? I don't know if you're a basketball fan. I grew up in outside of Chicago during the 90s, so Michael Jordan, obviously all the rage. And so I've actually been watching The Last Dance, which is a 10-part ESPN special about his life and career and all that good stuff. University, let's do it. All right, so we get to go into Merchant Republic. That is era score shenanigans. We like that. Let's keep that in there. Go influence points. And what else? We could do the, let's do the Inquisition thing. That way we can defend our religion. This will be a bunch of era scores, so we'll slot this in briefly. It's minus 25% in all cities, so I really want this to happen quickly. So what's our next policy switch? Oh, it's a turn away. That seems reasonable. That seems fairly quick. Let's do that. So builders, gold. We'll keep our influence points going. Remember that because there isn't one of these here, you probably should still be running Charismatic Leader. And then, what was my last one? Oh, yeah, the Inquisition. Like this. That. Need a 10-part Gretzky series? I'd watch that. Have I seen Chernobyl HBO? It was awesome. Yeah, I actually recently watched that too, Quint, and it was really, really good. That's awesome, Bose. That makes me happy. I think so many people were. Michael Jordan was just so charismatic. Based on what I know about Blurg, that's a good question. So the question is, we were talking the other day about like Pippin kind of getting shafted on the dock and stuff like that. Do you think that Jerry, like the GM, was fairly portrayed, or did he get the shaft as well? I think he was actually fairly reasonably portrayed. From what I know, Krause is a skis ball. You know what I mean? Like, not that he didn't do some cool stuff, but I think he was probably more than fairly portrayed. Darn you, Major Van Geek. I going to play Baldur's Gate 3 on stream? Oh, yes. I can't wait for Baldur's Gate. I'm actually like, I'm getting ready for new games. I'm getting ready to do more stuff on the channel. Baldur's Gate, definitely. I don't know if I'll stream it or not, to be honest, because games like that have a really personal feel to me. And I don't know how much I would want like me exploring this world to be like criticized by people and opening up that whole door. So yeah, there's an interesting debate there in my head as far as if I will or not. But I'm very much looking forward to Baldur's Gate. I cannot wait. But I also think I'm going to commit pretty hard to Pantheon when it comes out. Oh, I never thought I'd do another MMO, but HBO put out an excellent companion podcast for Chernobyl. Nice. It was a really good series. When does Baldur's Gate 3 comes out? Probably like next year at best. We're like really early on. Although they're opening it up this fall for like early access. So you'll be able to play it this fall if you really want to. Do I have a temple to get the apostle right away? No. In fact, I need to tech them. So we'll switch out when we get here and stuff. Should be okay. So, pop our religion. Right? So, let's get that for you. Get your market going. I think. All right, there we go. One FF7R for PC. Me too. A lot of people have been watching Hamilton, yeah. How am I feeling about Humankind? Really good. I got to play in the press event that happened a couple weeks ago, and I'm very excited for Humankind. I'm excited to stream that. That is a game I will stream a lot. Versus like the RPG stuff, I'm kind of on the fence about. But yeah, I've played other Endless games. They're fun. Okay, so what do we want here? We're Murica. This looks like... This almost looks flag-ish, perhaps. So we could just be Murica. We could be... yeah, we could spread freedom. I don't mind freedom. I don't know the last time I actually founded a religion with America is. Big stick diplomacy, yeah. Freedom's okay. America spreads COVID. It's a terrible joke. That's not funny. People are dying. Let's just do freedom. And then we have new religious wonders. We could take Earth work ethic. It would make up for some of our lack of production at this point. But remember that if our holy site gets pillaged at the moment, it doesn't come back. So we run a bit of a risk there versus something like Zen meditation could, apply to all of our cities without, having to have them have holy sites. We could run Jesuit to turn some of our faith into economy, but none of these are outstanding. Gold is gold. This is horrible. This is so bad. This is the upside of this is 2 gold per city. And I hate it. I think it's arguably one of the worst ones. I think I'm going to take Zen meditation or work ethic. We don't really have a bunch of wonders. Like, we don't have relics. Maybe Jesuit. Like, what have we built wonder-wise, if anything? Have we even built a wonder? No, because all we've done is compete in these projects and stuff. All right, so freedom. I think I'm gonna take Jesuit. Work ethic's awesome after the latest patch. Yeah, agreed. But I don't like the idea that it could be obsoleted. Fine, we'll just take it. It's probably still the best one there. But if our holy sites break, we won't, like, this just goes away, and that's a sad day. And then we could take Tithe and get some more gold going right away. I really do want the pagodas for the extra Diplo favor per turn. That can help us control Congress and do stuff like that. And no one else is taking pagodas, so we don't need it right now. I think I'll take Tithe. Although World Church is interesting since we're kind of lacking culture. Have we tried not getting our holy sites pillaged? I mean, that is a good strategy to go with work ethic. Work ethic is still glitched on a higher disaster setting, which is why I hesitate to take it. Yeah, I do like World Church. We have some fairly tall cities, so like this is probably 4 or 5 culture for us right now. And I think that's more value than 12 gold per turn. So we give these cities a decent little boost to production. I think it's even worth it at these +4. Like, that's as good as an industrial zone, and we didn't have to do anything to make it happen. It's like a good industrial zone. All right, so we do that, and we have our little squiggly lines in all of the cities that have our religion. We do need to get our inquisitors and go and spread it elsewhere, just to make sure. But we do need to grab our temples before that happens. So that's where we're heading. Need to run a project for the Great Prophet. That's true. And obviously so like this is the situation where we've missed out on how many like hundreds of production because we didn't found our religion right away. And I like those new changes. It's gonna take me a while to figure out what's best as far as our strategies go, like as far as waiting and stuff, but I still like where we're at.
The poets have been
They grab that tile. That's okay. It's just one. Problem is these are better tiles than if I chop them. I guess I could build farms because the forest fire bonuses or whatever should still be there. Holy squiggly lines. Holy squiggly lines indeed. Okay. Random. Hey, Jay, how you doing? I'm enjoying it. Excited for even more content this month. It's July already. Russia's trying to convert the snow. I mean, that seems on brand for them.
Man suffers only because he takes it.
So before we get out of our policy, actually, I need one more turn of it, don't I? So we'll go to recorded history. Because I need Apostle, and then I can launch the Inquisition. But frankly, it's like barely worth it. It's barely worth it. There's my circumnavigate. Somehow we're the first to do it. That's fairly impressive, I would say. Are we not fighting over here? Because we should be. It's kind of weird that barbs don't attack us anymore. I mean, it makes sense. That's just a little bit weird. These guys already have missile cruisers, ironclads. I don't know what to do with these builders. We're at 86 already, so we need to get to 100 for a heroic age. I'm going to move Magnus in a second. No. Making demands of me. I don't know why Peter's having a sad. I don't really know. He doesn't like us. So we launched the Inquisition with only one charge, but we already have like extra spreads. So I guess we just do, what do we do? I should just launch the Inquisition. I don't even need the dumb card. Because I just want to use that whole guy and just get Inquisitors and be done. More disasters in level 4, yeah. And you also start, there are more levels of climate change, and you also start well into climate change phase 1, Jay. Where's this city go? Here? It gives up a chop. I don't have to get them an outstanding harbor. All we need to be able to do is build this thing. Oops, it's in here. Hey, Zug. I'm doing well, man. How are you? It's good to see you. You know what? We are over on our video, so let's go ahead and put a cut in here for now. We'll come back and play some more. If you've been enjoying this on the YouTubes, I do appreciate you. And don't forget to stop by twitch.tv/thegamemechanic and come say hi to us in person on the internet, like so many before you have done. Come join them live here on Twitch. See you in the next one.